Good morning, everyone. I wanted to do a video today because I love YouTube and just say happy Friday. And I wanted today everyone to focus on their successes. I love when we can put a positive spin in the groups and talk about how far we've come, even if it's only been a few weeks and all you've done is stick with working out for longer than you ever have, or that your pants are looser, or that you've lost a pound, or that you feel better, you're more energized, you're happier, you're more positive. Any successes, and I love when people reflect from the beginning of their journey or kind of when their journey started. And when I go back and think about that, right, because I could beat myself up for having ice cream last night. I totally had ice cream. I could beat myself up for it. Oh, and I had pizza again. Or I could focus on how far I've come. And when I think about the beginning of my journey, it was just a lot longer ago than many of you. So I started my journey back when I was 14, and I started getting active because I was overweight, and I was sick and tired of being overweight, and I had a boyfriend, and so I think I kind of was like, oh, I need to be prettier, or just feel better about myself. I wasn't happy with my body and the way it looked. Yes, that's sad as a 14-year-old, but I was fairly overweight. So when I think back to all that I've been through to get to where I am today, I think about all the diets I tried and like cutting carbs, and then I tried Body for Life actually 3 times from the time I was in high school until actually I was married the last time I did that. And all the different ways I like low fat and the different crazes that were happening, I was trying those things and I couldn't find anything that I could stick with that was maintainable. And so I just started to make some small changes over time, exactly like you guys are doing and exactly like I teach you to do, because I know from experience that eating perfectly and changing all your habits overnight, it's not going to stick. And so when I think about my journey, that's what I really think about the most, is after my first baby, not being able to lose weight. And many of you guys might actually not know my story. I have it on YouTube. It's part of like my Beachbody coaching story, but I have my transformation weight loss story in there. I was staying in pretty good condition, had my first baby, and I used pregnancy as an excuse to eat whatever I wanted because I was going to get fat anyway. And so I packed on like 40 pounds, and I'm only 5'2", so that's kind of a lot. And it just would not come off after my first baby, and I spent hours in the gym on the same machines over and over again, on the treadmill, running. I was a runner, and just lost 5 pounds in like 18 months, and I got pregnant again, and I was devastated because, I mean, you know, I was like somewhat excited to be pregnant, but I was devastated that I was that mom that didn't lose the baby weight in between babies. And I was like 30 pounds heavier than I wanted, or maybe like 20 pounds heavier. Anyway, long story short, it was a journey for me to figure out what worked, what workouts worked, what eating worked, and to slowly change my habits over time so that I learned a healthy lifestyle instead of doing everything all at once and trying to be perfect. So my eating did not go from macaroni and cheese and ramen noodles as a kid and Twinkies to sprouted grains and, you know, really clean. For the most part, I eat pretty clean just normally. So, and when I go out to eat, I don't gorge myself anymore. Even on Thanksgiving, I don't gorge myself anymore. So for me, it's been a very long journey, and that's part of the reason I love what I do, because when I found something that worked, I wanted to share it, especially with other moms, because I knew how many moms couldn't lose the weight and were searching for those same answers I was searching for 10 years ago. So anyway, or I guess it was about 7 years ago when I first started kind of finding what worked for me. So anyway, I want everybody to focus on their successes today and what they're doing well, positive changes they're seeing, even if they're the smallest and you've only been in this group for a few weeks or whatever. Share small things you're noticing as you're changing your habits slowly and for what's maintainable, and as you're exercising, share any positive things happening to help encourage the group and help other people, if they're not seeing results, to kind of figure out why. Maybe their eating isn't quite on track, maybe their workouts are kind of suffering, maybe they need a change up. Some people are, have moved on from the first program they did, and maybe they've plateaued and they need something different. So anyway, share some successes, and yeah, today is Friday, and that's what we're going to do today. So have a great day and a great weekend.